And every year, hundreds of people are injured in explosions of wheels. And we've changed that. Friends, today I'm going to introduce you to a glue for inflating NORDBERG wheels. This glue is not just glue. It's an engineering shield created from lessons learned in real accidents. These are solid bent stiffening ribs, 46 mm thick. There are 1, 2, 3 pins on one side and 1, 2, 3 pins of 12 mm each on the other, on each side when the door is closed. There is a release valve on the door, and accordingly, if we open the door while inflating the wheels, it doesn't allow it. With the cage closed, you can wait. The cage is equipped with a pumping station up to 12 bars, controlled by a remote control as well as a phone app. The solid bent sheets are equipped with perforations to dissipate the blast wave. A booster is connected to the cage in the processor area, inflating in case of an explosion. 2 lugs are welded on for convenient transportation and moving of the buckles. The bottom is also made from a single bent sheet, 4 mm thick. There are 4 holes in the corners for anchoring bolts. Just look at these welds. They are impossible to tear apart. What loops! Back when I first entered this field and was learning about auto service equipment, I wanted to know everything. We didn't have any tire inflation cages yet, but since this was directly related to auto service equipment, of course I wanted to know everything. My colleague, a senior mentor who was introducing me to the business and explaining everything, told me that the purpose of these cages is singular. Ideally, they should remain unused for a lifetime. But in the unfortunate event of a truly critical crisis situation, the entire cage dies. The owner and all the dedicated employees cross themselves, feeling immensely grateful that potential losses have been significantly minimized. Perhaps there's some minor material damage, but thankfully everyone is alive and well. Everything else remains completely intact. And so, all right, we simply acquire a brand new cage. Looking closely at this particular cage, it genuinely seems to me that it is not meant to die. Its purpose is to save everything. And it seems to me that all that's left is to test it. How? We're back and now it's a new day. For you, only a couple of moments have passed, but for us it's been several days. The thing is, there were several attempts off camera to blow up the wheel, but they were so pointless that we won't even bother showing them to you. We completely reworked the wheel's pumping system and decided to leave all the attachments on. If we're going to experiment, let's go all out. We need some hardcore action. Today we're going to try again. Friends, it's hard to put into words what's happening here. Will the camera be able to capture it? But it was really awesome. Personally, I enjoyed it a lot. Let's go see what we've got over there. Let's take a look directly at the damage we sustained as a result of the wheel explosion. The structural frame is undamaged. Completely. We inspected every weld. Not a single crack, nothing at all. Just as we expected, one of the protective elements got bent. So the main force of the impact hit this wall. Accordingly, it bent, but it wasn't torn off, thrown away, or cut because it's a solid sheet. And so it bent, and in some places it was torn off from the welds. More precisely, from the welded spots. And it worked exactly as it should. All the elements that could have flown off, causing material damage or, God forbid, posing a danger to people nearby, were all contained by the cage. We inspected it from all sides, and it still withstood the impact. Yes, our engineering team did an excellent job. They deserve congratulations. Not a single weld was damaged. We checked every single one. The door opens and closes. They didn't even deform the glue. Take a look. Not a single pin was damaged. 12 millimeters. It opens and closes. In other words, the body wasn't damaged at all. That's really cool. Well, friends, I think we can definitely call these tests a success. Once again, I congratulate our engineering team on this test. They did an absolutely fantastic job. Well done. Let me remind you of one small thing again. If you ever have a situation where a wheel explodes in the cage and it looks like all the welds are intact and everything seems fine, don't tempt fate. Bring it to our service center. We'll send it to the factory and they'll inspect it. Anything that's damaged will be fixed, and after that, you can use it again. The adhesive worked exactly as the engineers had calculated. In other words, the entire structural frame remained completely intact. The protective elements absorbed the blast wave, bent a little, but nevertheless, they contained the flying debris and dissipated the explosion. So that's just amazing. That is, just as the engineering team had calculated, the adhesive worked at the moment the wheel detonated. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's all from me for today. We're going to come up with new content and new reviews for you. Leave your comments and ask questions. Maybe you have ideas on where to send this cage, perhaps to a testing ground or somewhere else. Take care.